Hi guys, it's Naglaa. I'm here with another reading for twin flames and soulmates and those on the ascension journey towards love. Um, this is a reading is going to be covering the energies coming up with the full moon in the sign of Virgo. This is happening on February 27th, the year 2021. I'm pretty excited to see what's coming with the energies because it's been pretty interesting and pretty rough and very intense with the Mercury retrograde that just ended during most of the month of February. So, and of course, all the combination of planets happening in the sign of Aquarius that we've been feeling. So just a little bit of housekeeping. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, please go to my website, soulspeak.com, or connect with me if you have any questions about my services. Also, I'm announcing my new TikTok account, and I'll leave details of that below and details of my video. I'm going to be doing daily readings on my TikTok account. So I'll be pulling cards every day just with general collective messages. So I'll be happy if you would join me there. For those who love to see more of my work, I have a Facebook account, a Facebook group page called Soul Speak, and my Instagram. I love social media. It's very varied and very different. And I channel information and important things and events in different ways, sometimes through videos, sometimes I like to write, the messages that I'm receiving. So make sure that you subscribe to my channel and, follow my Facebook, my TikTok, and my Instagram for all the different ways that I can communicate with regards to the energies and what's happening. Okay, so let's go ahead with the reading this time. So I'm going to be going this reading more freestyle. I usually pick the cards before the videos because it takes a long time for me between the shuffling and making sure that I'm receiving the right cards. But today I felt guided that I'm going to just do it. I'm going to shuffle on air and then just go with the energies. But one thing I did is I want to pull a card for the overall union energies for divine partners and twin flames. So I got a card from the Romance Angels. So we got wedding. Situation involves marriage. So it's a pretty big opening statement for the full moon energies in the sign of Virgo. What I definitely want to say with this card and what I'm feeling with it is that we are like the union energy. We've been working on grounding our union energies, but this is such a strong statement from our guides regarding our unions, because literally it's just telling us that there is a higher commitment happening between the divine masculine and divine feminine energies. The full moon time is not just a time to release. Usually we know that with the full moon, we're releasing attachments, we're releasing negative energies, we're releasing lower vibrations and, healing things from our karma. But I always see the full moon as a bringer of new beginnings, just the same as with a new moon. It's pretty much the same, but it's like on opposite sides. The full moon here is telling us that we are receiving so much higher vibrations into our unions to allow us the chance to release, releasing a big chunk of karma and releasing a big chunk of attachments happening with our union. So it is opening a new beginning. And again, this is the last full moon in the astrological year, and also the last full moon before the spring equinox in the month of March. So it's a pretty powerful, and happening in the sign of Virgo is also very powerful indication of what the energies are actually doing. We're literally waking up from intensity of Mercury retrograde, intensity of the astrological alignments, with all the planets, Saturn, Jupiter, Venus, Mars, all these planets, the sun, the moon, with all the, and Uranus is also, and I'm not an astrologist, but, with all what's happening in the astrology of the month of February, we are literally trying to wake up from this intense combination of energies that have been clearing up so much of our energetic fields and so much of our auric fields as well. So with this card, you know, what the guides definitely are confirming for many of us is that, you know, the commitment is coming, the verbal and the more the physical side of our weddings, our divine companions, our manifested physical unions are happening. So this is the biggest, like I'm feeling this is literally the biggest shift that we have seen for a while. Like we've been having, you know, very, very powerful shifts, but when it comes to like actually starting to see more of the physical manifestations, this card is really telling me that here, and this energy is telling me that. So let's see what other cards, you know, what other questions we want to have from our guides. You can't make this thing up. So again, cards, it got engagement card. I don't know, like when we have wedding and engagement in the same reading, I think we're on to a really good start. So I feel this is again confirming what I just felt with this energy. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. I just said commitment with the wedding card. This is more, you know, communication. This is advances. This is holding hands. This is the physical again. Like if you look at these two, they're really flirting and having this beautiful romantic moment. So our unions are heading into, again, another physical manifestation of the union. So you may be getting communication. You may, and again, communication is, it's not that you are waiting for a communication, but communication happens in so many different ways. But I'm feeling this is more a divine masculine energy with communication and with taking a step forward towards the commitment and the union energies that are happening. The second card that actually fell off the deck is it's safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So I'm feeling here that there's trust, more trust is coming into our unions. Again, whether you are the divine feminine or the masculine, we all have to heal levels of our trust in this connection. The trust to your divine partner and trust your own intuition and your own self. So if you've been, for example, a divine feminine, you've been feeling that you've been carrying the load of this connection, and at times you question yourself. You question, are you on the right path? Are you really reading the energies correctly? Is your intuition, you know, telling you what is the truth of what's happening? So again, it is safe for you to love, meaning it is safe for you to trust what you're being guided to see and hear and feel at this moment. And again, this card is also representing the divine masculine energies who are taking another step forward. They are, many have been in hibernation or in contemplation or in silence mode because they are, they're really, there's a word I want to say, they're taking their time to question things, to study, to review, to reassess. So they're reaching that energy when it's safe for them. They're reaching a higher level of trust in what this connection is all about. Let's see what else is coming with this energy of the full moon. We got the card deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So again, you know, it's it really just, again, about this card. Deception here really means that what you have inside is not what is showing up. So you're not in your authentic self. Someone is not in their authentic self, or really showing what's actually happening beneath. And I just channeled a message on my Facebook page about the idea of a frozen lake, that there's so much activity happening beneath the surface. And that's exactly what this card is all about. It's telling you, don't be deceived by appearance, whether you're divine masculine or divine feminine. Because what's happening is masks are falling. More masks are falling. They are finding more truth about how they feel. It's about feeling that that they haven't been honest, really truly honest. A lot of the divine masculine have not been truly honest with the divine feminine. And they know that they have not been honest, and they know that the divine feminine energies can feel through their intuition that the masculine have not been honest. And again, sometimes when we're not being honest, it's not that we are being we're trying to lie about something, but it's not lying. It is really just hiding our true emotions and what's actually happening in our hearts. And when we go to bed at night, what are we thinking about? The worries, the concerns, maybe the mistrust, and also the love that we feel in our hearts. So this card is really showing that with the full moon energy and the healing that is coming in with that energy is more like layers of truth are going to be uncovered. Let's see what else. So again, like what's coming with it, we got the card to the sea, which means that we are in our unions, divine masculine and divine feminine are being guided to again surrender and go with the flow. And for some of us, whether you're a feminine or the masculine, doesn't really matter because we exemplify both energies. You are being guided not only to trust in your journey, but it's okay to be alone in it. It is okay to leave the crowds. If you're surrounded by people who don't believe in your journey, or if you are in a family situation, whatever the situation is, it is time to be, you're going to be okay if you go alone and leave the crowds and leave your comfort zones, because that's the bottom of the deck is happy. So this is where you're heading, into the happy home. It's the 10 of Cups. You are receiving fulfillment into your life. It might be scary to leave your comfort zones, but it is exactly what this energy is bringing in, is the idea that it's okay to be alone and to trust the guidance that you feel from the universe here. Let's see what else. Another card that we got is time for a nap. When I'm looking at this card, I know, usually this card is being interpreted as resting, but I'm actually, paying so much attention to the new moon. Because this is a crescent moon. And, for those who know my readings, I don't really, of course, read the cards as their meanings, but I get what I intuitively guided to say. So I'm feeling like from the full moon to the new moon energy, literally once you start to see the new crescent moon, there's going to be a lot of clearing of the energies, but it's like a holding pattern in a way. It's like you're being like you're going through all these energetic changes and vibrations, but once we start to see the new crescent moon, we're gonna start to see that movement forward, like because the energies are gonna like with these energies happening to twins, twin flames right now, they are clearing what is holding them back, because here's where we need to go. We need to go into the engagement card, because that's an action card. So this is a really nice divine timing note from the guides, because they never really tell us exactly about divine timing, but with this card I really do feel it's about a timing. This is a time. They normally really don't tell us about timing, and but I want to say the number 6, because this card has a 24 on it. So I want to say the number 6. So it could be something around March 6th. We also got the card Poised. The card Poised here is about being ready and being it's really being ready, and it's very interesting because it came after what I said with this card, like there's a readiness for something. You are getting ready for something. So it's another confirmation of what the energies are showing us. This is someone who's taking a leap of faith. So again, we are taking the leap of faith, and the divine masculine are taking more leaps of faith, and also, again, the divine feminine is the same way. But this is more like someone, definitely making a step. So I feel this is very much with the divine timing. So there's around, the crescent moon, you're going to see something changing for many of us. Again, of course, this is a general reading. So, take what resonates with your journey. And even if it's a little step, it's still a big step. Don't belittle your own steps and what is happening in your union, because as much as we are a collective energy, we're very much individuals going through that energy. So we got 2 cards that fell together, serendipity and regeneration. So I don't know, but like all these cards are time cards for me. I'm feeling with the regeneration is the spring equinox. So we are like by spring equinox is gonna bring fresh energies into our unions. And serendipity here means, again, a lot of good luck, a lot of good action in your finances and love, career. It's an overall energy. And I'm feeling also heart chakra clearing with this card. Let me just tune in a little bit more. So look at this card. This is a regeneration card. Look at the tree here. Again, it just signifies a grounded union, like because the tree is very grounded. It has its roots deeply, firmly in the ground, but also new growth is happening on the branches, and we're getting some new leaves there. So, okay, so I'm getting a different message also with this card, like at the bottom here, and I've never really noticed that. This looks like a volcano. So it's reminding me of goddess Pele from Hawaiian goddess. It's about fire and about the power of volcanoes, because volcanoes are the fire energy, and fire can destroy things, but also is a bringer of life. So I want to say with this is passion. This is passion. That's what really is brewing beneath the surface. It's passion, because these, like, look at the tree. The roots are digging deep into that the magma of, or the volcanoes energies of passion. This is just fire energy. So that's really what's building. This is what's feeding the tree. The fire energy is feeding the tree. This is actually really interesting about this card. I've never received this message about it before, so it's happy news for divine unions. So we're receiving this regeneration with the spring equinox. And the numbers on the cards are number 46, so it's a number 1, reduces to number 1. Again, it's a confirmation of new beginnings. And this is the good luck that goes with it, the abundance, the support from the universe that goes with it. Again, like you can't make this stuff up. The bottom of the deck is soulmates. So again, a confirmation, there are two people getting together here. So again, we're building more solid foundations into our union. Like in one reading, we got all the cards that represent unions and represent love and soulmates and engagement and the opening of the wedding. I'm loving this energy. Seriously, like after all the things that we've been through, in the last couple of months, it's been pretty rough for a lot of people, and we've been healing deep wounds within us. So getting, a good omen of fresh energies coming into our unions is definitely amazing. I actually have the past life cards because I want to focus on and ask our guides what templates and what cycles from our past lives that we are healing right now with the union energy. Beautiful. Okay, so we got the medicine man, medicine woman. And I'm going to show you the bottom of the deck is unrequited love. Okay, so let's see what I see here. I mean, this card represents the idea that we're healing and us being healers. Love is a healer. So no matter what your profession is, it's not like if you're a spiritual healer or we're healers in all kinds of jobs. We are healers when we're doctors. We are healers when we're musicians. We are healers when we're poets. We're healers when we're artists. We are healers when whatever job you have, you are a healer. So we are healing our connection to our life purpose and healing I feel like here we're healing that knowledge that we have gained from our past lives. Remember, if many of us are on the twin flame journey, we start becoming so different from our cultures. We become so different from what spiritual or religious upbringing we have gone through. So because that journey can become so not just lonely, but it becomes like you're building a whole new character, a whole new identity for yourself. It is not new. It's actually the real you, but you're building and you're becoming that new identity. So we are creating that identity with the cycles that we're healing right now, because we are opening up ourselves more to become the divine healers that we are, and to be that, to be the true healer you are in whatever life purpose or life mission or whatever situation you're in. You really have to tap into your divine past life knowledge, but also be in that space of unconditional love, because your love to your twin and their love back to you, that is healing. It's healing for others. It's healing for Mother Earth. And I mean, I can't tell you how many times I personally even got that, and I've been seeing this card in readings, unrequited love. And it's pretty scary to look at this card at the beginning, but we are also healing unrequited love. I'm feeling that goes again with the idea of trusting our unions. So it's two messages really coming with it. It's trusting our connection to your your partner, your connection to that person, and them trusting you back. We're healing this idea that this is not unrequited love. This is not just an imagination. This is a truth, and it's not unrequited. It is very much happening, and it is very much a truthful, a very pure, high vibrational connection with another. And for some, especially whether divine masculine or divine feminine, you are in a karmic situation, you are in a relationship with another person, if they're in marriages or commitments, they are also healing that commitment. Even if they're single, then they're healing their hearts from the failures, or what they think is a failure, or the damages the wounds that happened with that with their ex or their karmics. But also, if they are married or committed to another person, they are healing these kinds of connections by recognizing their unrequited love. Really, it's a recognition, again, seeing a truth of it, and trusting that truth. It is unrequited. I'm going to pull one more card from the karmic cycles we are releasing right now. Okay, spirituality and religion. It's again, everything. The card actually again confirms what I just said, with the idea of healing our spiritual path, and that template and the cycles. The divine masculine, especially with trusting their path and trusting that they are spiritually higher vibrational beings. They are, because it's hard to be so different, in your family. If you're a masculine and you're just, away and not communicating, and you're starting to feel everything that is happening, you are, this is telling them to step out of their comfort zones, and it is okay to honor their own path. So they're healing that, and they're trusting their new identity. They're trusting that guidance. The bottom of the deck, look at the bottom of the deck. Vows. They have commitments. So the divine masculine, again, they are guided. And sometimes if you're a divine feminine on this journey, don't feel frustrated, because they also come to this journey knowing what this journey is all about. They have soul contracts. They, just like you reincarnated, they also reincarnated knowing what the journey looks like on earth, on that physical life. So they are going to be honoring their vows to you. They're honoring that. And on your side, you're also honoring the vows by opening your heart to love, and knowing that it's never going to be broken. Your vows to each other are never going to be broken. Okay, and again, for some, depends again where, because I just heard the word wedding bells. For some of you, your connection is, for some, is going to just jump up so high in such a short time that literally you're going to be heading towards a wedding, or that, again, more of a physical commitment. And for some, they're going to start seeing, more vows being said to them. And it could be from soulmates, but you're going to be offered, there's going to be offers of love here, and healing the offers of love. And it's okay to offer your love with this new energy that is coming. This is really, really amazing to see in a reading. Let me see, I'm going to pull one more advice from Spirit. I'm just going to pull one more card. Advice from Spirit. What we need to do to be open to all that energy. Balance home, balance career, and home life, from Goddess Isis. I'm receiving a lot of messages about the idea of balance. So they want us to stay in balance. Whether you're divine feminine or divine masculine, there has to be a balance between your career and your life and your home life. So do what you feel guided to. For some, maybe they need to do more balancing in their careers by spending more time on manifesting their dreams, and being at the same time in balance. And for some, maybe you've been working too hard. You need to take time to rest and rejuvenate. And at the same time, being able to have this good balance in yourself. Goddess Isis, really, from the ancient Egyptian, from the ancient Egyptian stories, really, and what she represents, she was able to revive her husband, god Osiris, from the dead. So her trust in her magic, and not like magic here is her heart, is the love that she has. She trusted the divine guidance within her, and she asked for help, and she was able to revive her husband after his brother Set really killed him and divided his parts in different places. So she revived the dead. And again, I'm feeling with it the mother energy that is coming with the springtime, because this is when Mother Earth starts to show us her bounties and to wake up from the dead, wake up from the winter. So for some unions, really, like, the guidance is to be in balance, because you're waking up, not the dead, but like the death here really means no action, or maybe an energy that you haven't seen something change. So again, they're telling you, be at balance, because the change is happening, and the awakening and the action and the physical materialization is coming. I hope these energies, you resonate with them, and that you can feel the change and the shift that is happening with this full moon, and I feel very positive about it. And especially now, where these the guides gave us more of divine timing cards. So stay in balance, and really connect to your intuition with this reading. And you can contact me for a private reading if you need more information about your personal union. Hope you enjoy the full moon, and I'll talk to you soon.